Michael O Sullivan. In photography since I was 6. A year or two ago I started on a box brownie, which a lot of people wouldn't know what it is anymore. I have fine examples of my box brownie prowess. Clipped heads, clipped legs, clipped bits and pieces all over the place. And that started it. I've been involved ever since, on and off. I'm a founder member of this photographic club, and back in 1977, and I think I'm the only one of the original members still going. I ran it more or less solo for 30 plus years, and I finally handed it over to the present committee about 5 years ago, and it's a wonderful relief. My main interest in photography, people say to me, what do you take? I'm a journeyman photographer, I'll take anything. And I like this kind of thing, natural special effects I call it. That occurred one evening in November, probably last year. I was on my way home from work and stopped to get something in the filling station that I was told to get. And as I got out of the car, I spotted it, grabbed the camera, got the shot, and forgot the messages. So I'm always in trouble about what I do when I'm photographing. I use my photography to tell stories in a lot of cases. One of my most successful ventures with it was a series I did on the islands, starting out at the mouth of Clube with Cahir Island, Inish Turk. Went on. I jumped Achill because everybody's been to Achill and you can drive there. I also did Duvalon, the Inish Cays, and finished up with Inish Murray in Sligo. And I still meet people 10 years after doing that show. They still want to see it again, so maybe that's a compliment. Or maybe I just bored them out of their tree, I'm not sure.
Did it take long to do that? You didn't do it in one trip, no?
No, it was built up over a number of years, and I just was asked to do a talk, and I said, let's try and do something a bit different for these people, and that was the result. I think I have most of the images together still, so it's easy. They were all shot on slide film in those days, of course, which I still use, not to the same extent as I did, but I still like it.
So you're totally amateur?
Totally amateur.
You don't sell your work?
No. Well, if somebody twisted my arm and offered me $1 million, they could have the lot. But I think that's unlikely to happen, Ollie.
They're in the wings.
Are they? Oh, well,
they're in the wings.
Give me a kick there and get them out quick. We could do with the money in the club.
Where are you from yourself?
Galway born, reared in Roscommon, living in Mayo since 1974, and I moved up and down from east to west and up and down the east coast for several years because I was in banking, and in those days we got shifted around like nobody's business, and I left it in 1995, into 94, early 95, just before the present rubbish started, get my plug in, and I've photographed cheerfully all the way through my banking career and all the various ups and downs of family life, weddings, you name it. I've even done a funeral on the Iron Islands with people in traditional dress, taking a leaf from the famous Bill Doyle of the Irish press, long ago. And that's me. For a long time I was involved with the Irish Photographic Federation as vice chairperson and head or secretary, and occasionally head of the distinctions committee, which oversaw the granting of distinctions to photographers that attain certain standards. And that occupied a lot of time, and I travelled up and down the country, and as a result I can go nowhere now, but I'm known.
Oh, that's nice. You like Westport?
I love Westport. It's a fabulous town to live in. As a town, it's a beautiful town. I mean, I know it's won a big national award, but I could have given it that before they even asked on the Irish Times. The other thing I'd say about it is a lovely location. You have, to the south of us you have Connemara, to the west of us you have Crowpatrick and its immediate hinterland. Around you have Clube, then you go around to Mulranny, Newport Mulranny, Achill, Ballycroy, Bangereras, Balmullet, North Mayo. You couldn't ask for nicer. Okay, we do get an odd drop of rain, but
keep it green.
Keep it green, exactly. Even in the winter it's green.
And we're not short of water.
Oh Lord, no. If we could only sell the stuff or run our cars on it, we'd be delighted.